Howdy. Okay, I almost forgot to turn the mic on, but like I remembered like right away. Good thing I coughed at the end of that song though, because like it kind of. Oh fuck! There's another one. Okay, so I killed one fly earlier today. I didn't know there was another one. I guess they were not the same fly. But yeah, there's a fly in my house. Another one. I just killed one during the starting soon screen, but I'm gonna have to deal with the other one. Gonna take revenge on me or something. Anyway, couple things before we begin. First of all, yes, my AC is on. It is summertime as of making this, July 23rd. Cut me some slack. But I will try to be as loud as possible so you can hear me over the music and the AC. Although maybe, I don't know, maybe you don't hear the music because of the AC. I don't know. Fuck it, it's punk rock, right? Whatever. There used to be this thing that people would say, like, in the punk scene, and it was called punk times, meaning like, you didn't show up on time, you showed up punk times, which means like you were late, like hours and hours late. Now I will be honest with you, that's not cool if you have like a show that your band is playing and, you know, like yeah, a lot of people are waiting on you. But if it's like, hey, you're meeting up to, you know, just hang out and have a pizza party or something, or a TV party tonight. Sorry. Well, then in that case, I mean, there's no big deal, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so that's irrelevant. Not the point. Anyway, so let's begin. So today I'm gonna show you how to make some digital punk rock artwork. Now, listen, you do not need anything super fucking fancy, okay? Fuck it, I am gonna turn off the AC just real quick. I might turn it back on later if it gets obscenely hot in this house. But you know what? YOLO. Whatever. I don't know. I'm an old dead meme anyway. Alright, so we're gonna be talking about how to make digital punk rock artwork. Now I'm gonna also throughout this stream, if I remember to do so at least, I will show you how to make like it look as real as possible, and I'll explain what I mean like by that in a second. What I mean by real more so is like hand edited, but you'll see what I mean in a little bit. I'm showing you kind of like my secrets, and just a heads up, like nothing I do in this stream is like authoritative. Like, you know, don't just like, you know, take my word as gospel. There are different ways of doing things like this, but you also just gotta remember that there are some fundamentals to all of this, and it depends on what you're talking about. So there's 3 things I want to do in this stream, and who knows, the stream might be even longer. The first thing I want to do is how to make any kind of artwork, like any kind, whether it be political propaganda or whatever, and using like the punk aesthetic. The other would be like, if you want to, let's say you're in a punk band, and let's say you're part of a punk scene, or let's say you got some bands who want to play with you in your local area, and you got a show that's all lined up and all that. But oh, you couldn't hear the AC at all? Alright, well, I will put it back on in a second. But as I was saying, let's see you have a show coming up, right? A punk show. Well, you're gonna have to make a flyer, and you're gonna want to make that flyer look real fucking cool. I've made plenty of flyers in my day. I've also organized a lot of shows, punk shows in particular. And you know, I've had some hit and misses with some flyers, but I've learned a lot over the years. So, and lastly, let's say you're in a punk band, you want an album cover. Look, like I said, I am not the authority on things, you know, fuck authority anyway. But like, there are some times when punk bands really don't put in that extra effort to like, you know, to like create like an identity with their music. Now, look, I know effort is not punk at all. That's the meme anyway. But listen, there is gonna come times when you're gonna have inspiration to make an identity for yourself, and that's gonna translate in things like your appearance and stage presence, and that goes for like your artwork, what you stand for, you know, and you know, that includes like your album, that includes your merch, like if you're selling stickers, if you're selling patches. Speaking of patches, I just recently got one, and I kind of want to show it off as an example. So, hello. You're not going to see me for that long, so bear with me on this. But check out this one. The Distillers. And by the way, the person in the thumbnail is Brody Dale, who is the singer of this band. I strongly recommend looking them up. But check this out. So this is actually an album cover of one of their albums. I think it's their second one, called Sing Sing Death House. Now, there's several things to look at here, right? There's the name of the band, The Distillers. It's kind of like taking up the entire, you know, cover to read, right? And then there's like the album name, Sing Sing Death House. And there's a lot to look at here, right? Like, there's several things to interpret with this. And that is, like, when you see it, you see a bunch of men with their eyes censored. They're giving, like, a shocked expression. If you know what Sing Sing Death House is, it's a prison, for lack of a better term. And I guess it's supposed to indicate, you know, what it looks like when you see, like, what your reaction is going to be when you see this prison. Right? So that's why it's important to establish like an identity. Now, there's another thing I need to point out here, and that is look at the specific. I know this is screen painting and all that, but that's intentional, because look at like what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with very contrasted colors. We're dealing with black and white, and that's it, right? Now, black and white can be extremely like detailed, but then it can also be very like contrasted and very just like solid, I guess, for lack of a better term. And you'll see what I mean by that as we go through this video, through this stream. And of course, just like I said, for every one of these Szabo casts, I will leave these up for people to show up to you later. So let's get to this. Uh-oh, what happened here? I thought I fucking, what the hell? Okay, well, I gotta select it again, because what happened here? Okay, what the fuck? Okay, I am confused. I am super confused. Because this is where, like, my editing software should show up. So, I don't know. This is... Oh my gosh. Now my head is just not working. My brain's not working. That happens a lot. Anyway. I just don't understand. Why doesn't it show up? Okay, well here. You know what? Here, I know what to do. Quit. And then fucking save. Give me 1 second. 1 second. It'll do its magic. I just need a second. So, y'all having a good weekend? I hope y'all are. I hope the summer's not that oppressive to you. Let's see. Okay, now window capture. Pretty please with the fairy on top. Where the fuck is window capture? Are you serious? Where the fuck is window capture? Did it just disappear? Did it like update while I was... Oh my god, it's not here. It's literally not a selectable option. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, I am baffled. There it is. Oh my god, they just moved it or something. I don't know. This is one... It wouldn't be a leftist stream without technical difficulties. Are you fucking kidding me? It's still not... Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Okay, you know what? Here. We gotta be creative here. We have to be creative now. Okay. This is embarrassing. This is making me look bad in front of everyone, in front of all of my fans, all of my friends. All of my baby pretty friends. What the fuck? Are you serious? I can't fucking believe this. I've never had this problem. There it is. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, holy shit. There we go. Oh my goodness. That was annoying, to say the least. Okay. Putting this back here now. Okay. And then bringing this down so you can see my pretty face, I think. Oh gosh. It should not have happened like this. My goodness. Okay. So first of all, GIMP is available. The joys of streaming. That's a mood. So first of all, GIMP is freeware. A lot of people say they don't like GIMP. I've used GIMP for years. I've used it, and I just turned on the air, by the way. Let me know if you hear a difference. But I've used GIMP for years, and like, it's really something. It's really fucking something, because like, there are some disadvantages of it, but like Photoshop, first of all, it's expensive. Two, you gotta like fucking, hold on. So let's take a look at this so far, right? Photoshop is expensive, and you gotta fucking hack it, for lack of a better term, right? Anyway, so this is what I use for the thumbnail, right? It is flattened, but like, as you can see, like, this is Brody Dale. I made Brody Dale kind of like the eye candy of the artwork of the thumbnail. And what I did, and it's a flat image, so I can't really like do a whole, you know, walk through the whole thing. But it is like, actually here, this is it more spread out. Oh shit, this is actually an earlier version of it. Okay, well here, we can use this as a basis for like showing you what I'm talking about, right? So, I pretty much used like an image of like the ground, like the earth, you know, cracked up and droughted out and all that. But like, you know, I turned up the contrast. And so as we go through this stream, you'll see what I mean. Because, like, this is kind of like what you saw on that patch, right? Except it is done through digital, right? And then, of course, like, I put this here to be, like, you know, the cover. Now, of course, like, if you look here, it is a different font, but that's not what's important here. You'll notice that there are borders around it. I can't, like I said, it's a single layer, and I'm going to be starting from scratch on several things. But yeah, this is what you want to work with, right? You want to work with, like, with the fact that, like, this, like, by itself, this layer by itself, it doesn't look good exactly, like, on its own, because it doesn't contrast at all with the backdrop. One option you can do is do this, where, like, if you have, like, a single shaded layer, like, this is all gray, right? And let's say you wanted to just turn the opacity down a little bit. You know, you can vary it and stuff like that. Another way you can do it is, let's say you duplicate it, right? So, duplicate this layer. And what you can do is you can mute this one right here, and you can, let's see. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this black, because it needs to contrast with the gray. But now that we have this, you can move it all around and, like, have the black be like a shadow to give like the text kind of like a pop, a little bit of a pop, you know. So let's start fresh, okay? Let's start with something brand new. Okay, so let's say you're gonna make an album cover, right? Album covers, like, especially if you're gonna be uploading something on Bandcamp, let's see. You're gonna want to make it like 14 by 14 inches. 14 by 14 is considerably big, but by all means. Alright. So, let's say the name of our band is Jimmy Neutron and the Llama Lords of Science, okay? Let's just say that's the name of our band, right? So, obviously, you're going to want to start with a band. I mean, you can do this, like I said, I'm not an authority on this, but there's several ways you can do this. Okay, so Jimmy... Oh, fucking hell. Okay, hold on. So, we need to make this a lot bigger than this. This is proving to be really trying. Oh my goodness. Okay. And of course, like I said, you don't just have to stick with, like, being in a punk band to take this advice. You can do this in metal too. Okay. So, Jimmy Neutron. I don't know how to spell neutron. I gotta spell it. I don't have to, there is no spell check on here, unfortunately. But and the, hold on. Oh my gosh, hold on. There we go. The Llama Lords of Science. There we go. Maybe we can make the and, like, the and sign. Oh, there we go. Jimmy Neutron and the Llama Lords of Science. So, here, let's experiment with some fonts first. And I do recommend, like, downloading different fonts. And what you can do is experiment with the different fonts. Maybe you'll download a font and it'll suck, but, like, you know, that's the joy of it, is, like, trying to find your identity, right? So, one second. Come on, scroll up already. Oh my goodness. My goodness. you can do with this. There's like a melted one. Oh, no, Jimmy Neutron. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, we can. That looks good. Although I think Neutron does have an E before the U, right? Jimmy Neutron. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it is this way though. Anyway, yeah. So let's say that's the fucking name of the band, right? And then you're gonna want, like, you know, typically what I try to do is I try to like stretch it as far as I can. Also, like, if you're gonna do like a name of a band like this, maybe like have Jimmy Neutron be like on top, and the Llama Lords of Science on the bottom. Yeah, that looks right. Thank you. If anyone, you know, watching this afterwards ends up like, you know, like seeing this and they're like, you know, they're just like, oh, well, you know, you spelled it wrong. Feel free to just cancel me on Twitter. It's okay. It's okay to cancel me. It's all fine. There's nothing wrong with canceling good old Skylar. You're canceled for spelling Jimmy Neutron wrong. So what I'm gonna actually do for this is I'm gonna make Jimmy Neutron and the Llama Lords of Science like separate text files, only because like I feel like Jimmy Neutron is gonna end up just being a lot bigger in size, because Jimmy Neutron's kind of like the header, right? Oh my goodness, golly gee willikers. This is actually a lot bigger than I thought, like the file. I should have just done like 7 inches. I don't know why I thought to do this. I know that it's like standard for you to just do it like 14 by 14 inches on Bandcamp. I don't normally edit this way. But you know what? That's okay. You know what? Skylar makes mistakes sometimes, and you know what? It's okay. Anyway, so since Jimmy Neutron is gonna be like, you know, the header, I guess he gets the fancy font, and you can kind of just also here, let me see, and one second. It's just a slow computer today. Uh-oh. No, stop. Don't do it. Don't do the thing. I'm just trying to... Are you kidding me? Okay, there we go. The Llama Lords of Science. Okay. Yeah. What? Okay. Crunk. Trying to think of like what the name of the album would be, like Crunk Juice, something like that. Like, I don't know. I got Lil Jon and the East Side Boys on my head right now. Or you know, we could do this here. Come on. What? Wait. Fuck it, I don't really have a choice here. Sometimes, like, certain symbols won't show up on the Crass. Like, for example, like on the text font. Like, Crass doesn't have and, right? So, Llamageddon. Yeah, that's a good album title. We can do that. Llamageddon. How many of you have seen this episode of Jimmy Neutron, by the way? Like, every time I start a band, I always jokingly, like, half-jokingly mention it, and then, like, everyone, like, considers kicking me out of the band. But I'm serious, like, if you ever start a band with me, I will almost jokingly, like, mention this. Be like, hey, let's call it this. Okay, so that looks good so far. Maybe I guess we'll call it Llamageddon, right? Here. So what we'll do, I'm gonna get like a picture of a llama, like from the internet, right? Just to kind of see what we can work with here. Now, I want to get the llamas that have like the teeth, like while they're chewing, right? Because llamas are cute when they're chewing, but it also looks very, 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 very just like, I guess the word would be goofy. It's like a goofy chewing look. Why are they damn, just why do they all have like, you know, stock photo watermarks on it? Like, that's the worst part, right? Because once you find one of those, it's like extra shit going on there. And it's just like, it makes it harder to edit, and it makes the fucking computer go slow, and all that shit. It's never good. It's all bad. It's all bad. Bad! I don't know. I'm just memeing. Okay, let's try this one. This one's like not watermarked and all that, so we'll work with this. Plus, it's not like I'm gonna sell this or anything, so I mean, you're welcome to use the name. It's not like I'm gonna fucking sue you for stealing this name. Hell, even if you fucking decided to, like, you know, use this album cover, you're welcome to do that. I mean, it's not mine. I'm not keeping it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is, oh my god, my brain's not working again. Why is my brain not working? There we go. Okay, so 14 by 14 inches. And the reason why we do this is because it's gonna fill up the entire cover, right? Oh my god, are you serious? Holy shit, this fucking computer is slow as balls. I hope it doesn't crash. I was gonna start telling you about the episode, like, as this thing was about to fucking crash before my eyes. Okay. So, oh my god, that is a freaky looking llama. So I'll tell you how the episode goes, right? Just because I'm sure you're interested. So Jimmy, I think they have to do I think they had to do like a talent show or something. So, it was like Jimmy created this thing where they make, like, it's like they're specific musical instruments, but like they're automatically good instruments. Like, so if, you know, without learning how to play the instrument, you just become immediately good at it. So it was like, you know, Sheen and Carl and Jimmy. They're like, you know, the three main characters. And, like, it was just like Jimmy, like, trying to, like, collaborate with them to come up with bands. And it was like, Sheen was like, we're gonna call ourselves the Ultra Lords. And you know, that's because, like, Sheen really likes this, you know, superhero called Ultra Lord or something like that. And then Carl's like, I don't know what he said, something like the llamas. And then, you know, Jimmy said something about science, and they're like, let's call ourselves the Llama Lords of Science. It was so fucking goofy, but I loved it. It was great. It's like the best name you could come up with in that scenario. The Llama Lords of Science. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being a goofball. Okay, so I actually did something, and that was here. I'll even explain it to you. I'll go back one step. So here was a background. Like I said, background can be used, in situations to kind of like, you know, give a little bit of a tint for, you know, the kind of like the foreground, which is the text. But in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to merge it down so it's like this is one layer, right? So now this is particularly one single layer. And what you can do with it is you can go up here and you can contrast it. This is brightness and contrast is your best friend, okay? Now, look at that. Look at that. Ooh, that's some gritty shit right there. Well, not literally gritty. I mean, if you're from Philadelphia, but you know what I mean. I bet gritty would look good in this album cover just as much as this llama does. Actually, that's perfect. Anyway. Oh, great. And you know what's cool is that, like, the llama's eyes are obscured, but honestly, I like it like that. Here, we can even go a step further, right? We can do a new layer right here, and then we can do like some more gray, but like this time we can take the paintbrush tool and we even do some like gradient shit. Make the paintbrush size a bit bigger though. You don't want to overdo it with this. Like I'm talking like very, very gingerly seasoning. You know, kind of like when you're making, you know, tacos. You know, you don't want to over season your. You don't want to over season your meat. Otherwise, it's gonna have too much seasoning. It's gonna be too powerful. You know, or like when you're trying to make, you know, pasta. You don't want to over season your pasta. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But that's that no good. It's your body. Sonic reference. I'm sorry. Let me see. So we could probably just go like a straight, like, there we go. And then, see, okay, so this is a little too much, right? It is a little too much, but what we can do is loosen it just a little bit, like lower the opacity. It is spooky looking. It's like a horror film. Now, all right, so next, let's just fucking here. Let's say, for example, you wanted to like stick to Llamageddon, right? I'm gonna get some like Armageddon looking photos or whatever, like the end times or something, right? What is it? The end of the world? Let's just do that. The end of the world. Here, yeah, this will work. Okay. Again, this is just for a concept. You know what I mean? So, let's say, because you're talking about, like, Armageddon and stuff. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I'm talking about, that is, I love Simulator. God damn it, hold on. Computer being silly. You silly computer, being annoying as fuck. What is happening? Jeez, I'm not... Come on, computer. I'm asking you to just do one basic thing for me. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. This is absurd. Just, it's like... Come on, just copy and paste. Are you serious? Like, copy the dang image. Copy, you know, like normal, good thing, good normal thing computers do. Holy shit, are you fucking serious? Are you still doing this with me? Are you still fucking playing with me? Just, oh my god, paste, are you serious? Just paste. There it is, oh my god. Holy shit. Damn. Oh my god. This is just so bad. It was bad. Now that's what I call bad. See, normally it's not this hard because I'm not streaming usually, like when I'm doing this kind of work. Usually I'm doing this off stream. So I guess I could have done like an edited version of all of this. But you know, it's for the memes, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna scale the layer. Make it like 14 inches by 14 inches. This is so that it fits the background, right? 14. Now, theoretically speaking, you could, at this stage, because the llama is no longer going to be the background, you could make the llama, and again, this is just going to be for the sake of example, so you're going to put this in the background. We're not even going to fuck with this yet, right? It is already lined up and everything, but let's say, for example, we do want the llama to be like our foreground, our eye candy, right? Well, we're going to select it first. We have to select the llama, and then we're going to start using this tool, which is the Lasso Tool. And the Lasso Tool, what it does, you just gotta, I recommend doing this on a big screen, like, you know, like connect your screen to a TV if you need to. You can do this on a small laptop, but it's fucking frustrating to do it on a laptop. But the reason why is because it's like, kind of like getting all of the surfaces, like the borders of the image itself. And what this is going to do, it's going to make it so that you can just kind of like transparently select it as a single image with no background, right? Because what we see in the background right now is like this farm, right? And we don't want the farm there because we don't want the llama at the farm. We want the llama to be seeing the end of the world, you know, Llamageddon, right? So now we're going to copy and we're going to paste it, and then do a new layer, please. Thank you. And now you can actually hide this layer. I would recommend, if you're not going to use a layer, to delete the layer. I mean, if you can think to do it, like, and I don't mean think to do it like you won't do it, but it's just like, it's important that you remember to do it. So another thing to keep in mind as well is that as you can see, the llama has a flat head. That's because like the photo itself was taken like with the llama, like, you know, his head was not captured in the photo. So what you can do in situations like this, it's not always possible, but we are going to try it, is try to make it look a little round. And that is by making several different points and stuff. That is to just make sure that you can just make it look like a whole llama head, you know? You can't always get away with this, but for the most part you can. And so you just want to really make sure that, oh my gosh, we're going to transparently get rid of it. Well, here you go. Oh my goodness. Oh my golly gee willikers. Oh my shit. Okay, I gotta make it bigger. Bigger. Big brush. Big brush, baby. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. And when you go over this stuff, like, you know, with the paintbrush and the whatever you call it, like with the eraser and stuff, you want to make sure you go over it at least a few times so that it's just, you're thorough about it, you know. But I'm gonna resize it, the llama, just because like the llama is, oh well, that's a little too small now. But I do want the llama to be, actually, I don't know. I think the llama looks fine the way it is. Like, just, it looks like it's like right up to your face, you know? But we do want the llama to be a little lower, you know? Like, which is why I initially wanted it to be smaller. So, we can bring our text back up. We should probably make the llama just a little bit tinier, you know? Because the initial problem was that it was obscuring. Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Okay, my bad. My bad. That was the stream key I just hit. My bad. I was just so confused, like the fucking stream can't crash or whatever. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Alright. Here we go. That looks so much better. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over some stuff with the eraser tool. I feel like Jimmy Neutron can be a little bit more smooth. We want to use a softer brush because this will kind of like give it a sense of a shadow, like a faded shadow. We don't want it to... Hold on, I'm doing the wrong layer. Here we go. You always want to make sure that you're keeping track of your layers. It's always good to keep track of all the layers that you do. And it's also, you know, you don't want to overdo all this editing, right? Now, next up, we're going to make another layer because we want the llama to really, like, you know, it looks good as it is, but you know, the llama really needs to pop out from the background. Like that Statue of Liberty that's in the water, it needs to be way the fuck back there, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do a new layer, and we're gonna do another, you know, paintbrush. We're just gonna bucket this thing. Now, one question you may have is, why am I using gray as opposed to jet black? And the answer to this question is because black is like a solid shade, like completely solid shade, right? And you want to make sure that you're able to differentiate between certain layers when you're doing stuff like what I'm doing right here. So here, this looks a lot better, right? It pops out more. But one thing you may notice is that the logo, which is probably one of the most important parts, is it's not popping out, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do what we did earlier. See, we're going to make it one single layer, and we're actually going to duplicate it. But we have a problem now. See, this is not a text layer anymore. It's an image layer. So what we're going to do here, I'll show you what I usually do in situations like this. We go to saturation, or rather hue and saturation, right? We get rid of all of the saturation. And then, and this is the bottom text, by the way, or not the bottom text, but the bottom layer of the text form. You could, in theory, just do this, you know, but why would you? Here, like, you could just do this, but it looks kind of fucking gross like that. So what I do here is I go to contrast. Like I said, brightness and contrast is your best friend. So now it's all black, and that's your shadow layer. And it looks pretty dang good. Now, here's the thing, right? Let's say that, okay, so there's many reasons why you would want to do what I'm about to do, okay? You don't always have to do this. You can have a color, oh, hold on, wait, I forgot something. Hold on, I gotta do it, because it was mentioned. I don't know, wait, hold on, how do you, there we go. There we go, I'm sorry, I had to make sure that it was done. Llamageddon. And then I'll go on to the next step immediately after, because I want to make sure that it's in there. It's a good suggestion, and I want to make sure that my audience is heard. Oh my gosh. I just made a pun about heard. Oh god. I would make the album name like a brighter color. So we're gonna once again duplicate this layer, and you know, we're going to make it like yellow this time. I do tend to use yellow. People don't like certain colors like yellow, because it's affiliated with like feminine or, you know, whatever. I think you need to get your head out of your ass if that's what you believe. You know, like, oh, hold on one second, I see the problem here. The shade layer is out, and actually, holy shit, that makes a lot of sense. Oh my goodness, this is harder work than I thought it was. Holy guacamole! I tell you what, I don't know. I almost said holy crap, but whatever. Anyway, there you go. There you go. Llamageddon. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, before I stopped doing this, there's many reasons why one may choose to do what I'm about to do. I'm actually gonna make the title above a lot brighter, just because, like, I feel Llama Lords of Science is underwhelming there. There we go. I don't want it to be too different from each other, but it does look a little not poppy. There you go. Okay, so like I said, there may be some reason why you would do something like what I'm about to do, right? Say, like I said, you need to make patches. Say you're a DIY punk band and you only have like, you know, whatever means necessary that you have, which is like your printer at home, right? And you don't have color ink. Color ink is expensive. It's considered bougie these days anyway. So here's what I do in situations like that when I'm trying to like make like an album cover with that in mind. First of all, I just flattened the entire image. So now it's on a single layer. Like, as you can see where it says pasted layer number 1, it's now on a single layer. This is why I couldn't go back and edit this, because this is on a single layer, right? So now what you can do is go to saturation. One second, there you go. So go to saturation, hue and saturation, and get rid of all of the color, all saturation off completely. Now go to brightness and contrast, and this is where you're going to want to be, you know, careful here, right? Bring up the contrast a bit, but then like play with the brightness and, you know, adjust the contrast accordingly, right? So as you can see, the llama is extremely contrasted, but it's also like kind of in your face anyway. That's kind of like the point. But if you want to go for like something like this, you know, like this would be good to print like on an album cover in black and white. But if you're gonna go for like a patch, you're gonna need to unfortunately pick different color, different images. One thing that you would have to keep in mind is that you're gonna need to worry about the shadows in certain cases. So let's say, for example, like let's actually amend the shadows a bit, right? We can select that here. Shadows are gonna have to be brought up a bit. Okay, so that looks a lot better. So now we can go back to the contrast and see how much better that looks. Like, you can see everything that it represents. Actually, that looks fucking terrifying with like the Statue of Liberty kind of like deteriorating a little bit. I call those happy accidents. The more you get to something like this right here, this is something you could legitimately like print on a patch, you know, like on a patch of like, you know, something that you'd wear on your backpack, something you'd wear on your jacket, you know, something you could screen print even. I'm not gonna show you how to fucking screen print in this video because I don't have the means to do it, but many people have done that before, you know. It's a cool medium, and it's actually a pretty cool artistic way of expression. You know, the big thing though is that you gotta remember, like, especially with screen printing, that like it's not gonna collect every single detail, right? See all these like little cracks on the side of like well, just cracks everywhere, right? But mainly on the Statue of Liberty. It's not gonna catch all of those details. You're not gonna get all of those details. In fact, as you can see with the text where it says where it says and the Llama Lords of Science, that stuff is gonna have to be edited out in post. So here, what we can do even is we can. How would I do this? How would I approach this situation? This is a tricky one. So you're gonna have to zoom in. Yeah, it does look really scary. Indeed, it does. Okay, I am gonna have to zoom in quite a bit to get the finer details here, but it's not. Okay, so right here, this is a bit of a tricky one. Also, if you're trying to go for like a crust punk look, like if you're trying to look like all crust punks and stuff, you can like do this with like pictures of politicians and stuff, and look, you know, edgy or whatever by doing that, like, you know. Sorry. I don't even know if this is gonna work. No, okay. See, in rare situations like this, you know, you're gonna have to just be very careful and maybe just kind of go over it with, like, you know, with your paint tool, and it might not even look that great. Oh shit, that's the paint, not the paint tool. I'm sorry, I'm being foolish right now. The eraser tool. The eraser tool is pretty cool. Oh, what the fuck? Are you serious? Wait a minute. Why the fuck? Wait, hold on. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Okay, fine. I'll play your game. I'll play your game. We'll just fucking paint with white paint here. So. That looks so bad. Okay, well. Or what you can do, actually, now that I think about it, what you can do is you can use the lasso tool, go over this, and just kind of like, here, like just make it out with the lasso tool. Alright, wait, no. There we go, yeah. It looks a little, like, jagged, but it also doesn't look too bad, right? So, there. If you use the lasso tool, you can color within the lines. It's just, you might not get the best results unless you, like, spend hours and hours and hours going deep into that. And, yeah, it's a bit of a chore, you know? It's a bit of a fucking chore. Let me see. Ooh boy, golly gee willikers. Okay. Sometimes though, fuck it, you know? Sometimes you can just, like, make your own damn fucking, like, and sign, you know? You don't have to fucking be loyal to the font itself. Right? Like, you really don't need to. Sometimes, you know, fuck the rules. Fuck it, you know, that looks fine. You could just say, hey, that's your fucking and sign, right? It's punk rocks. Punks rocks. Or whatever, I don't know, fucking, you know, whatever. Put like a, hold on. Fucking punks rocks. Right there. There you go. That looks like an and sign. It looks really shitty though, but it's an and sign. The letter T though, and maybe even the letter H, it's actually a lot easier. You could either use this rectangle tool right here, and you could just kind of like, I mean, I kind of would prefer not to, honestly. Or in situations like this, you know, just kind of go over it. You know, and then just, not like that. A little bit closer. You do want your lines to be as straight as possible, and there are grids on the side to be able to help you with that. I'm not always looking for attention to detail like that, but there are going to be times where I do, only because I would prefer it not to look sloppy. But in this situation where I'm a fucking punk, punk times and shit, whatever, it looks pretty good. It looks fucking, cut out with a X-Acto knife or some shit, right? And then here, just fucking. So let's zoom out. Zoom out. One more time, I think. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. See? I mean, honestly, as shitty as we did with that, it does look okay. Like I said, the only problem I think would be is that it's a little too busy, right? And actually, I just noticed the logo down here is a bit like on the Llamageddon, it's a little cut off, but. Like I said, it's not perfect by any means, but it does look pretty apocalyptic. If that's the feeling we're going for, it's that. I would, in situations like this, I would be a little bit more careful with the logos, because the logos can and usually will blend pretty poorly with the background, and it can make the the popping out of the logo kind of become rendered ineffective. But only do this kind of stuff if you're trying to save on ink, whether it be printing on album covers, printing on flyers, printing on really anything. Like, that's kind of my point here, right? So anyway, let's take a break, y'all. And when I come back, we'll make a flyer, okay? How about this? In the comment section, or in the chat, why don't y'all list me 4 punk bands, and if you want me to put a flyer a specific venue, I'll do one. You know what? Fucking no. Give me 4 punk bands. That's your job. Just give me 4 punk bands. I'm not gonna give y'all a whole chore. Just give me 4 punk bands. Name 4 of your favorite punk bands, and I will make it work. Okay? I don't care where they're from or anything like that. And we're gonna make a punk flyer. Okay? I'll make up the name of the venue. I'll make up the name or the address and all that. But I'm gonna tell you what stuff to include and all of that. Also, make sure that you check the description below, because there's lots of links on how to support me. There's also a link to Black and Pink, which is a prison abolitionist organization. I would hit them up. They're great. Donate to them. And also buy my music. There's music in the description. But I'll be back shortly, and we'll make flyers in a bit. Alright, I'm back. Let's do this. Okay, so as we headed out, you know, I did think of something really quick. And that is I kinda wanna show you an example of what I'm talking about. Like, or you know what, let's see. Here. I wanted to show you an example of what I'm talking about because, like, earlier we were talking about how you would make a certain, like, contrast. As you can see here, we did some contrast earlier for the album cover. But let's say, for example, you know, you wanted to do something that was a little bit more cleaner than this. This is obviously not that clean, you know? Like, if I'm talking about, like, the focus of the album cover. It's very messy. Well, this is a better version of what I'm talking about, right? Here. Oh my god, that's fucking tiny, but here. I'll blow it up so you see what I'm talking about. Wait, hold on. Fucking hell. 14. Hope it's not super pixelated. Come on. Some bands for the flyer. Nausea. His hero is gone. Doom and Dystopia. Sounds good. We can do that. Okay. So let's say, for example, like, you wanted to do an album cover. This is actually a really good example right here of what I'm talking about. Because a bit more of a focus, right? I mean, I'm not gonna fucking whatever punk, right? But look, you got the logo. I mean, the whole background is black, right? And you got your centerpiece, right? You got the mohawks and the bullets. It's like almost like a reef, you know? And you know, they're holding guns, and you can see that because, like, it's pronounced, right? There's layers of shadow, but it's very, 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 very faint. But the point is that there is a distinction between the shadow and the foreground, and that's what you want to do when you're making, like, you know, a contrasted black and white background. Another example I can actually show you is another punk band that I know, much older one. I don't know if they're older than this band. This band, Corrupted Youth, is from Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken, or Los Angeles area. Christina Aguilera, not Christina. I gotta find the album cover. Album cover punk. There we go. Oh shit! Is it not on Google? Are you serious? Ooh, that's gonna suck. Oh boy, this is making me anxious right here. Oh my goodness! Come on! Don't make me look like a fool on stream again. There we go. Okay. This is actually a really good example of what I'm talking about, right? I gotta blow that up again, but you'll see. So, let's see. It's not gonna be it. Well, fuck it, right? Fuck it. It's punk rock. It's, you know, fuck it. Fuck it. It's punk's Rex. Punk's Rex. Punk's cocks. Punning all of the cocks. There's so many puns in the single cock. Okay, here. See? Like, oh my god. Wait a minute. Wait just a darn diddly minute. Okay. I see the issues. I see the issue here. The issue is that the municipal waste, you're cut off. You're cut off. I love that song so much. It's so good. And then the music video that goes with it too is pretty good. Okay, so again, just an example, right? Christina Aguilera. Come on, blow up. It's just loading. My computer is slow. Gotta give it a little bit of mercy. So you could, I know this is like very, 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 very blurry because of the size. It was very small, and now it's blown up to like 14 whole inches. But this thing is good because, like, you know, it's like you could make a patch out of this. You know, you could theoretically screen print it. It's still very clean, like cleanly contrasted. So, like, here, if I were to further contrast it, right, in theory, it would look pretty friggin' good. It would look pretty friggin' sweet. Like, it looks like another punk patch, you know? Another example would be like the punk band Charles Bronson. Not the actor, but, or not the prisoner, rather. Sorry. Album cover. Oh my god, wow, I wrote album cover and it just fucking corrected me immediately without my fucking permission, the prisoner. Damn. Like, I didn't click it or anything. Okay. See, so here. There's a couple I can show you. So you can see what I'm talking about. Actually, you know what? Here, let's start a new fucking, like, let's just, save. I'm gonna fucking, oh god, okay, hold on. Save. Come on. Come on. Save. Thank you. Discard changes. And then we're gonna fucking just paste this right here, because I don't want to fucking stretch it out a lot. Okay. So this is Charles Bronson, right? Like, notice how this is all just contrasted, very heavily contrasted, and if we were to further contrast it, it would just make it look a little sharper even. So like that, so like, again, you could theoretically just screen print this, and many people have, actually. Another, shit. So like, another example would be like this, you know. Oh, wait, is it not showing? There we go. Wait a minute. No, that is not what I wanted. Go away. Fuck off. You bastard. Fucking piece of shit ass. Goddamn. I don't know. Okay. You could do this too, right? And this is actually how it should look when you print it, you know? If you were to actually, like, another example here. If you were to do it on color paper, even, it would give it like an extra edge. So like, this is kind of pinkish, but what if you did something drastic, right? Like, what if you did something like this? Like, that looks kind of cool, right? Zoom that in a little bit. Zoom in. Zoom in. Obviously, it's a little pixelated. It's a pretty small image, and it's on a big screen, but it does look pretty freaking cool, right? So the reason why is because the images that they are using, as well as the text, they're either stylized in a way that it is like cut out with like an X-Acto knife, or it is just like heavily contracted by whitewashing the whites entirely, and boldening all of the blacks and shadows and stuff. So it has a brighter like pop to it all. So here, let's make a new flyer, right? Let's say you're in a punk band. You know, it's like your first show. Let's say, you know, you got a bunch of friends, and they're like, hey, let's do a show together. We're gonna do it at this venue. And you book the show, and you're just like, okay, let's fucking do it, you know? So, firstly, you're gonna want to set the measurements to be 8.5 by 11. Assuming that you're not just doing it online. I do not recommend only and strictly doing it online. One of my first punk shows I've ever done was in the California Institute of Abnormal Arts, and it's in North Hollywood, and we pasted like physical copies of the printer all over Burbank. And we did this intentionally because we knew people would be looking out for this stuff. And if you see a bunch of flyers all over town, it's just like, holy shit, this is kind of a big deal. Hey, maybe we should fucking, go to this thing. Like, fucking everywhere. We put it everywhere, not just like in the shopping areas. We put that shit at the train stations and like at the parks and shit. We kind of almost made it to where like you had to go search for these fucking posters and shit. And people were fucking posting about finding these posters on social media, which there's your online promotion right there. Your free ass online promotion. Because then you can keep a fucking copy of the flyer too. Anyway, so let's see. So, listen, you can, in theory, get like the actual stylized logos of all of these bands, right? You can. Nothing's really stopping you from doing that. But let's say, I'm probably actually going to do that anyway. You don't have to even, but let's just say you want to like, use your own fonts, right? So let's say this is going to be like a big party, a big backyard show, right? Szabo wait. Szabopalooza, I don't know, right? Fucking shit, let's go even further, right? Oh shit, oh fuck, okay, there we go. I gotta make this shit a lot smaller than this though. There we go, Szabopalooza. 2022. Alright, now. First band that was mentioned was Nausea. Nausea. Crass. Not always is it gonna be like, they have to like, they have to fuck with You want the header to be on top. Let's say now you're going to need a fucking header, right? Reunion the show. Holy shit, it's like, you know what? Make memory on the show, right? Text on top of you, and actors like the one that brings in all of the crowd. Here's what you can do. There's infinite amounts of possibilities. Looks like a cum. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Now, you've given Nausea a chance to be the header, right? So there's several ways to do this, right? If you're gonna try to make Nausea before. This is not a flat back. You do not want this flat back. So what you can do is several options. You can want to do back in the day, like around here. was on the clothes, wires, and things, it looks like that. And I understood that it looked like that. You don't see every single little fight there. So then, definitely why is because we want to be able to, but you want this Szabo to be the start on top. Right? Okay. Now, second thing. The hero is gone. I don't think it's on there. Let's see. There is appreciate you mentioning it. Okay, so actually, so there's a few things you could do like the size, like the size. That was like all you could do that, or you could do the post is going downward. It's supposed to read this downward. It might not look that good, so that's why it's important to make that decision as you're making this poster. So scale layer, we're gonna make it again 7 inches wide, and that's again to be a little bit more uniform with the Nausea logo. Though Nausea is still appropriately bigger than the hero that's on there. And now what we can do here is once again select the hero that's on the logo. That way, like, you can, select it all. Go back and look at That's a little bit more. Back a little bit. That looks pretty good. Looks like an actual lower, like an actual flight. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Yeah, I gotta fix the shortcuts. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, I gotta be super careful. Don't worry, we're good though. I didn't fuck up the entire stream. It's punk, right? Alright, so what was the other band? Doom, yes, okay. Gotta get Doom. Okay, I love Doom. Doom is a really cool band. And some of y'all are gonna say, oh, you mean Doom, the video game? Y'all are silly. Y'all sure are silly. No, I don't mean Doom, and I also don't mean MF Doom. Rest in power, MF Doom. But, I mean Doom. Like, the band. This band was, if I'm not mistaken, it was around before, hold on, make sure I'm not fucking up the stream again. There we go. Okay, so 7 inches. Now, we got a bit of a problem here, right, everyone? Take a look at this. What's wrong with this picture? This right here does not conform with the rest of the font, right? Now, in theory, there's some ways you can do this, right? You could, like, I mean, because, like, let me put it this way. Reason why this is an issue is that if you try to select this, you got all of these infinite, like, small little, like, granites, right? I would imagine this image is on either, like, a flyer, album cover, or a patch, right? This little image right here. But you can't let that fucking limit you. That's not acceptable. You can't do that here. So, what you do, remember I told you who our best friend was? The brightness and contrast. You want to use that brightness and contrast to your advantage. And actually, what makes it looks cool, because now the Doom logo looks kind of cool, right? But don't be fooled yet, right? It looks cool, and it blends with the background just nice, but what happens if, like, say you bring it up here, right? Oh, what the fuck? No, okay, well, hold on. In theory, let's say that this thing was brought up a little bit, like a few layers, right? Yeah, okay, well, here, like, see, it conflicts with the Nausea logo. And let's say that you have certain things you have planned for this flyer that involve the background, right? So, here, you want to make sure that your logo is transparent with the rest of the background. You want to make sure that this is the case. And I would say do this a couple times. Just go over it a few times. And now we can see. Now it doesn't cover the Nausea logo. The background of the Doom logo does not cover the Nausea logo. And what's cool is that it still almost kind of like retains the same old edge that it initially had. I want to go to Szabo Palooza. The lineup looks sick. Honestly, same. It also looks kind of cool because, like, his hero is small, but his hero is gone all that much. I mean, his hero is gone as part of the lineup, but like Doom is like big as well as Nausea. It's a bigger logo than this one, like aesthetically looking. But in theory, if you were to do, hold on, I fucked up there. If you were to take this logo, if you were to put it down and put this up, right? I mean, his hero is gone would look extremely, like, you know, last. Like, not last, but like, you know, more last than the Doom logo does, because the Doom logo is dominant, like in terms of its like aesthetic, you know. Flies in my face right now. It's like big and ugly, and it's annoying, and it's getting on my fucking nerves. As I do this, it's just taking revenge on me for what I did to his brother. Anyway, so bring this up. Looks pretty good. And then what was the last band that you brought up? It was Dystopia. Oh, I fucking love Dystopia. Yeah. Dystopia. Yeah, hell yeah. Logo. I think Dystopia has some of the coolest like artwork, actually. I like in terms of like album covers and logos and stuff. Also, there's some of the deepest fucking songs. Like, just they really fucking nail it with it. Like, you know, they really fucking nail like their music so well. Okay. Alright, new layer. So let's scale this layer to, again, 7 inches. 7 inches seems to be where we're gonna go here. So Dystopia is looking a little pixelated, but it doesn't look too bad. I would go over it with a contrast again, just to ensure that it looks okay. You know, because you want to make sure that when you use the wand tool, that it'll select everything correctly. So, and then, you know, you don't want to like erase every little thing. And then logo behind, right? And that's what you want. You want that. So then we're gonna put this down. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, that looks like a fucking bomb, like, you know, like lineup. That looks totally tight. And then we can, then this is where we can space out the logo a bit. The logos a bit, so it's kind of like in a nice order. Now, look, you may say, okay, wow, this looks great. Yeah, let's fucking start putting it up. No, you're not done. I didn't say you're done. You're not fucking done. Are you serious? You're missing the most important part. You got, okay, and this is where I would say, if you're collaborating with friends, you need to collaborate and make sure you're taking all kinds of notes. Okay, you're taking all kinds of notes. So now, this is such an important part of all of this. Hold on. First of all, I need to check something. Okay. Whenever you're trying to deselect something, use this move tool, which is on the top left with the little cross right there, and just deselect. Click anywhere, but maybe like off the image. This is so that like you don't have to worry about like the selection that you made. You can select off of it, if that makes sense. Okay, so you're gonna want to make sure that like this is written extremely clearly. You don't want to write too much. If you're gonna make jokes in this part, like make them subtle, quick, and small. You don't want to fuck around with this. You don't want to like do like a whole, you know, epilogue and shit. So this stage, you are telling your audience who are seeing this band, okay, fucking Szabo Palooza 2022 presents, whoa, what the fuck, Nausea. Whoa, his hero is gone. Whoa, Doom, they're playing again? Oh my god, Dystopia's back. Oh my god, they're so fucking cool. I gotta see them. Where do I see them? This is the part where you tell them that, right? So, let's say it's December. Oh fuck, okay. Well, first of all, you're gonna, in my opinion, you're gonna want to use just basic bitch texts, okay? Just don't like use this monster shit, okay? Use your basic bitch. You know, I like copperplate for this stuff because it's small and simple. You want to just be basic, okay? If you're gonna use stencil text, that's fine. I would advise against it, even honestly. It just doesn't look good, right? So let's say, for example, it's, oh my fucking god, come on, okay, December 15. That's my birthday. That's why I picked it. 2022. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, hold on. I see it. Don't worry. We're good. Don't worry. We're good. We're good. Okay, right? So, let's say sometimes, like, the venue, you know, sometimes the venue's gonna, like, say doors open at a certain time, and the show starts at a certain time. This is so that when the doors open of a certain venue, they can, you know, they can allow people to purchase tickets or, like, you know, to get admission, or, you know, to pay the admission fee. Sometime you're going to want to include that too. So, like, for example, doors open 6 p.m. Right? Let's make this even smaller. This is where I say, like, yeah, like, all like, memes and jokes, you're gonna want to keep this shit to a minimal, right? You can put them here, but you gotta keep it tiny, you know? You gotta keep that shit small. In fact, yeah, we're gonna go even smaller here, because it's... We really want to make sure that we're getting all the information, but we're also trying not to cram it too much, you know? So doors open at, oh, for fuck's sake. Doors open 6 p.m. Show starts. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Show starts at, or no, don't even write at, just 7 p.m. You got an hour to buy tickets. You know, you're gonna go in and you're gonna, you know, you're gonna get your snacks, buy a beer at the bar, whatever, right? It's $10. Hold on, $4.10. $10. You know, at, oh fuck, here we go. Just fucking stream key being a bitch. There we go. Oh, it doesn't even have, oh, that's a cool looking at sign. It almost looks like an anarchy sign right there. I'll keep it. At California Institute, hold on, there's still a lot of fucking T's right here. Hold on. Institute. Oh my gosh. Of abnormal arts. That's a real venue. And this is why, okay, hold on. And this is where you're gonna want notes on hand, because, like, there's certain things you're gonna want to include on this, like address, you know? You're gonna want, like, you know, links to socials and shit. So I'm gonna get the address to the California Institute of Abnormal Art. Of abnormal arts. You want to get that address so you can include it, and make sure that everyone knows to be here at that location. Oh fuck, it's all Kami logo again. Okay, here. What you can do, even, I would actually recommend doing it this way, right? Oh, for fuck's sake, just come on, computer, just be normal. Just stop throwing a temper tantrum. Hold on, am I able to do this? Oh, for fuck's sake, I don't think so. Oh boy, okay. We will have to rearrange it. Okay. Right? Like that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Again. Oh my goodness. Golly gee willikers. Okay, 100. Just Make it size 100, please. Thank you. And we will go back to copper plate because that one is pretty cool. It's a cool logo. I think that E in December is like a lowercase e. Yeah. Okay. So see, it the only problem is oh shit, that D is also looking kind of tiny too. Oh my goodness. There we go. The only thing is though is that I would put that address like, you know, on the second line, especially like considering, you know, it's the name of the venue and all that. And I would take that off right here. There you go. See? So now you have a flyer, right? And I would even spend some time to look it over. Kind of like, you know, just make sure that it lines up really well. Maybe like bring this down a little bit. This would be a really cool show to go to, I'm not gonna lie. It would be like in my hometown, my home area. I've played at this venue before. It'd be super cool to play at the show. It'd be cool to see this, like, go to the show. I would fucking die if the show happened here and all that. I would be really sad if I didn't get the chance to go to this. Oh boy. But also the thing is that, like, as you can see, I'm kind of like bringing some of the elements of this flyer inward. And that's so that, like, everything is, like, if you're gonna cut out this flyer, you have room to do that, you know? Because there's space at the top, bottom, left, and right, you know? So, now it's a flyer. Now, there's another thing you could do, theoretically speaking. You could do, like, the eye candy thing that I told you about, or you could be an edgy crust punk person and just, like, I don't know, just... I don't know. There's so many things you could do, right? Let's say drought. Let's say you want to fucking get like a picture of drought, right? Like to make it look doom and gloom, for lack of a better term, right? So watch. And you don't have to do this. You can do this. It's just an option. And just letting you know that you can do it. Let's see. So we're going to scale the layer. We're going to make it like a full thing. So it's like 8.5 by 11. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. But the reason why you want to do this, like 8.5 by 11, is because that is the size of like regular paper in terms of inches. Okay, so bring this down here. And firstly, as you can see here, this is a fully colored image. And because we're trying to be crust punk as fuck, you know, fucking anarchist, fucking goddamn crust punk as shitballs, titty ass fuck. You know, just like, fucking brain's not working again. I fucking brain titty fucked out of my brain. Okay. Contrast is your best friend. Brightness and contrast is your best friend. But I guess I also forgot to mention that we gotta... I'm doing this backwards, it seems. But, here. Gotta get rid of all of the saturation. All of that color. We want it to be bleak as fuck. But... take a look at these logos. These are still kind of like not contrasting as much. But if you fucking put if you put this black layer on top still, and you play with it as like a shader, right? Because then it actually can still, in various ways, still pop out, and you can just like add a very, 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 very hint tone. Look at that. That's like a logo right there. That's a fucking band flyer right there. It pops out, has a bit of like a feel to it, not just on a plain black background, but it has weight to it. It feels like desolate. You know what I mean? So that's what you want to go for. I need to go to this show. I'll buy tickets when I wake up. I wish this was actually happening. It'd be really cool. I can tell you, it'd be really cool. By the way, the California Institute of Abnormal Arts is ironically called CIA, for anyone who's interested. And I do recommend, if you're in that area, definitely go to that venue. Like, they do have punk bands there, and they do have like a lot of cool stuff going on. Anyway, been 2 hours, and I think I'm done. Like, honestly, I'm gonna post these when I'm finished. But like the artwork I did here, like on the community tab, if you're interested, just know that these are not this show that I just made. It's not really happening. Like, it's a fake. But the purpose of this was to show you how to do like punk artwork. And one thing I want to say, by the way, is let's say this looks a little too produced, right? A little too like heavily produced, and you really don't like this. And let's say that you really want that analog touch, right? I can't show you today, but I'd like to be able to one day. But what you can do is print this image out, right? And then if you have a scanner attached to your printer, just put the image into the scanner and scan that, and then just edit accordingly. If you want to make it more dark, you can, but like the point is that will make it look more like, here, I'll show you what I mean, like Nausea punk flyer. You're trying to look a little bit more like an actual old punk flyer, right? Come on. God damn it. Computer's not working again. It's either my brain or my computer. Either one of them. Oh my goodness. It's all bad. It's no good. Alright, so like, let's say, for example, you wanted to do something like, come on, computer, do the thing, there you go. Computer, it's getting annoying. It was not funny the first time. Okay, see how, like, this looks like an old flyer. Like it says CBGBs, it's old, right? Hold on. 8.5. Alright, let's just leave it at that, right? It is a pretty good looking flyer, and I mean, like, it has, like, a lot of. This was probably edited with a photocopy machine, I would say. And it does look like it pops out pretty consistently. I would say, just if you want to go for more like this, like it's print it out and then scan it, it would look a lot more authentic. But that's your call, like, that's really your call. And because this is a video on how to do it like digital, not analog, analog editing, if you will. But that would be how you would do it, is to print it and scan it, and then use that as like your master edit, or your master file. Anyway, so I hope this was helpful and fruitful. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Sorry that there were moments in the stream that were titties and balls and shit, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm just a silly little punk bitch. But y'all were very cool and pretty and all that, and I wish y'all a happy rest of your weekend. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, bye.